They actually get a sociologist on here, talk about how people are doing in school, the proliferation of cell phone cameras and streaming. It's all very bizarre and weird. But within all this, there's another thing to watch out for. And I was talking about interest. I was talking about how we are bringing up all these concepts. And instead of having conversations, we're sharing media. One of the things that they're doing to capitalize off that is selling us our childhoods. They're selling us nostalgia. Actually, they're selling us nostalgia for things that may or may not even have been in our personal childhoods. We just have this fascination with looking back and seeing what can be resold to us. It's been sold before, so we want it again. So maybe we didn't see Michael Keaton's Batman back in the day, but suddenly Michael Keaton as Batman shows up in The Flash and everybody goes nuts. Even people who didn't even know who Michael Keaton was, they go nuts. It's this weird thing that they're doing. They're selling us our nostalgia. And Theo and I have talked about this quite a bit on Show versus Business, but there's some updates and they're worth talking about. So I'm going to bring up a few of them here and maybe we'll go over this again when Theo gets back. I do want to pick his brain on some things. I don't like that term, picking someone's brain, but I just used it and I apologize. So basically, this Borderlands trailer came out and we thought with Mario, we were going to be seeing a lot more high quality video game movies. Well, based on this trailer, it looks like we're back to the same old. It wasn't hyping anybody up. I don't know who wanted Borderlands to be made into a movie. I honestly don't think a lot of these types of properties don't lend themselves well to movies, but people keep trying. And you really need to take a step back and do something different creatively or something that makes sense for the platform instead of just trying to make a quick buck through licensing or selling somebody all the fond memories they had of playing Borderlands, which is what they're doing. Because ultimately, selling you your childhood back is rather empty unless you add in the current, urgent, relevant, inspired, and engaging nature of today, of what's happening in that person's life right now. Like I could just go sell you, hey, when you were a kid, did you eat this cereal? Hey, eat this cereal again. You'll love it. And a lot of times it's a cheap play. They don't put any money into it. It just turns into a gimmick. They don't put any thought into it. It just turns into, once again, a fleeting gimmick or idea or way to rope you in and get your money a second time. They took your money 20 years ago. Now they're going to take your money again. So the Borderlands trailer, hope it does well, but it's not looking good. And I need to talk to Kevin Hart about this one because I don't know why he's trying to be serious in this movie. Also, Bumblebee's movie director said that the next project could be a live Masters of the Universe movie. Good luck with that. He-Man's been to some weird places, and I'm not sure he I'm not sure he's appropriate anymore for the right fandom because I don't know what people hope to get from something like this. I think you're going to need a real visionary director who's actually not just a fan, but who's in touch with people today. A fan of the past and is in touch with people today is not going to make some what we used to call boosh, which is the pronunciation of BS. I don't know. I thought Bumblebee did a good job. The second one, even more so than the first. For what it was, I think it could be pushed a little harder. It was playing it pretty straight. I think you could push the idea of the character and the world a little harder. And Masters of the Universe is a much bigger undertaking than Bumblebee. Bumblebee was very localized to just Bumblebee and a few characters, and not like the whole Transformers universe. Getting into the whole He-Man universe, Masters of the Universe, what are you getting into? So you could be getting into a lot. So we'll see how that goes. I actually hope does well. I'll probably be there to see it. We'll see. And even more from that, once again, I was talking about the gimmicks. What else are they putting out there? They're putting out, You know how they put out Barbie, the Barbie movie, and it did well, and everybody went nuts. Once something like that happens, people who have no care about the property are going to come running in, rubbing their hands, and doing the whole bean counter thing where it's like, oh, this made money. We could do it again. It's, oh God, please don't mess it up. And yes, that they don't mess it up because it's just in their nature to come mess up these good ideas. So after Barbie came out, Mattel was like, hey, we got a gold mine here. Aside from Barbie, we have all these other properties that we're going to pull from. And there are 45 properties that they could have picked from, 45 or 47 or something like that. But there are at least 14 titles in active development. Now, this doesn't mean they've started filming. This doesn't mean they have a cast. This doesn't mean they have a complete script. But somebody somewhere is at a desk working on these projects that may or may not happen. And Teen Vogue reported on this. A lot of other people have reported on this. Variety was the first, I think, to really give a scoop on it. But here's what we know is actually being worked on. American Girl doll. I could actually see that one. A little after school special sounding, maybe a little CW-ish to me, just right off the bat. But that could actually be done high quality and good. There's a Barney movie that they're working on. I don't know where to start with this one. You could take it in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different directions. But a lot of times with stuff like this, they make it about something aside from Barney, which I don't like. I think that's just a bad idea, which is Hollywood being foolish again. Man, maybe I should have just called this one Hollywood being foolish. I'm just looking at all these stats here. And also we have Christmas balloon. I have no idea what Christmas balloon is. Apparently it's a toy of some type. Nobody wants to see a Christmas balloon, or maybe they do. I don't know. Let me just look this up right now because I got to know what's a Christmas balloon. Mattel's Christmas balloon. Of course, it's a family drama for Christmas. And Deadline's got some news on this. No, here we go. This should be interesting. Mattel developing family drama Christmas balloon. All right. Gabriela Rivia Lugo is going to write it. So says Anthony Alessandro. According to him on Deadline, Mattel is developing a live-action family drama Christmas balloon, which will be written by Gabriela Rivia Lugo. Rivia. Film follows a young girl, Diami, living on the Mexican border town, who tries to send her Christmas list to Santa tied to a balloon. Balloon is found by, what does this have to do with the toy? I want to know what Christmas balloon is and why Mattel has it. Is there a thing called a Christmas balloon that Mattel makes? That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't want to hear about some cheesy movie. I want to know the actual toy. Huh. Maybe they just make balloons and give, I don't know what that is. Anyway, they're making a movie about this Christmas balloon thing. I'll research that later offline. You can ask me about it. Also, Hot Wheels could be anything. Could be Fast and the Furious. Could be more like the Lego movie. All it is going to have cars in it. In fact, it could be like Cars, referring to Disney's Pixar Cars. So there are so many Hot Wheels fans. I don't want to say a slam dunk, but you could go a lot of different ways with that and still make it work. Magic 8 Ball. Intriguing. I actually like this. I actually like the Magic 8 Ball. There's a Magic 8 Ball. Some kids find it. It allows them to do crazy things. And you have a crazy holiday drama or whatever. That's the whimsical side. Of course, you could also have a summer blockbuster where it's a big crazy thing where this 8 ball just causes big crazy things to happen in the world. People see into the future and oh my God, Magic 8 Ball. Could be interesting. Get somebody like Matt Damon in it, or I don't know. Could be anything. Masters of the Universe, that we mentioned before. Matchbox. So they've got Hot Wheels and Matchbox. You know what? I wonder if they make both of those, if Matchbox could actually be the better movie, but be less funded. It's one of those situations where I think that like Matchbox could actually make a better movie for whatever reason. Don't know. That's an interesting one. Polly Pocket. Hey, you had Barbie, get Polly Pocket in there, skew to a younger audience, have some goofy girls running around in really highly colored outfits, brightly colored sets, uniforms, and visuals. I don't know. Uno is also on the list. If they decide to make a black film about Uno, I might be down for this. I might be down for an Uno movie if it's just a bunch of black people playing Uno and all the drama that brings up. If you've ever been around black people playing spades or Tonk or Uno, could be a whole thing. Come to the barbecue, play some Uno. All right, Rock'em Sock'em Robots. This could work. We've had Robot Jocks. We've had, what was that one? Pacific Rim, I believe it was, with the robots. Yeah, that could actually be pretty good. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. A lot of different ways that can go. Not mad at that one. Thomas and Friends. What is that? The Train? Don't nobody care about Thomas and his friends. What is Thomas and Friends? Yeah, that's the Train. Thomas the Train. So that'll be a fun kids movie or whatever. TV series. They've had a TV series for a while. No big deal there. And Max Steel should have been made a long time ago. Not gonna lie. I was never really big into Max Steel, but I know a lot of people really like the comics and things. Not the comics. Yeah, there were comics, but the toys. Bring that back, man. Make it bigger, make it better. There was the 2016 movie, but you put it at the level of Barbie or really pushing it to get out there. And once again, if you're gonna attack people with that nostalgia, go in there and get it, man. Go back and get that toy drama, get that comic book drama. Don't shy away from it. Barbie didn't shy away from Pink. Barbie didn't shy away from Ken and the whole Malibu vibe. Get in there and get it. That's if you're gonna get nostalgia, don't make it a silly play. Live that. So yeah, that's the list of what they got going on, and we'll see what happens with that. But we're in a weird place now, and I don't know whether or not I don't. It's not that I don't know whether or not these things can be successful. They definitely can be. But do I have faith in the Hollywood system that they'll actually start making properties that you care about, or are they just going to try to fleece you for your money? And that's a problem. If they just try to fleece you, get you in, buy some tickets, buy some popcorn, buy some merch, download the app, do whatever you got to do, and then the movie's not that great, then what'd you do it all for? So people are a little desperate now, and I hope that people still take their time with properties, all of these I just mentioned.